now is actress and comedian Kate Robbins, who keeps a tipping jar and always, just by your door, don't you?
I do.
Kate?
Well, don't tell everybody that.
Oh, sorry. And always
within hands
tips
reach
on
with a letterbox.
delivery drawers. And former Apprentice star Joanna has never tipped a driver, and so she doesn't understand why she should. Let's start with you, shall we? Because Adel is in your camp.
Yeah.
Right, so why don't you tip?
I just think that, especially in this country, we have a national minimum wage, we have a living minimum wage, and I think that tipping and the whole tipping culture more comes from America because, you know, people in hospitality don't really get paid that much. So I think there's 3 reasons why somebody might tip: just because you've got extra cash and you just, you know, want to kind of give that person it, which I think is fine, kind of each to their own in that sense. Or, you know, you think somebody's underpaid and you might tip them, or you tip for good customer service, which is why people would do it in a restaurant environment because you have that experience. So I think a delivery driver is a bit too far.
OK. Kate?
I'd tip everybody.
To you.
Yeah, and I tell you what, you obviously don't like shortbread biscuits, because when you're in a hotel, if you tip the person who's cleaning your room, you get about 23 packets of shortbread. Laid on the bed that week.
We know what happened to the couple after yours.
Yes. Give me good customer service.
It is
it's
a
your
bribe.
job.
No, it is a bribe. You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
But also, when you get your shopping delivered from the supermarket, which I do through idleness and being busy. No, we'll say I'm busy all the time. I always have my shopping delivered, and I feel so sorry for them because there's no plastic bags now. They have to bring it in the thing that it's in, because very good, they haven't got plastic bags. And then they start putting it... I said, could you just put it in that cupboard for me? Could you put it away? Do you want to stay for your tea?
Who does that? Who gets them to put it away?
That's why I pay it. Well,
oh, I see. Right, OK, yours is a bit...
extra service. That's why you pay.
But Kate, Joanna's right, though. In America, it is almost legal, or illegal not to give a tip, because it does make up their wage. But here, isn't the idea of a tip supposed to be about if you've done good service and you're rewarding good service? If you're just giving a tip all the time,
you tip out
it's
of
not
empathy.
really a tip. You're just paying them a wage. If a delivery driver arrives late or my food is cold, which sometimes you don't know...
I heard you say, Adel, you don't ever tip.
Well, not a delivery driver, I don't. It never occurs to me. But it's like, because I always think about you might take it out and it's cold, and I've just tipped him, so I've already rewarded him.
The very fact
and I don't know what the food's going to be.
The very fact the food's cold means that it's obviously been a cold journey. Don't you feel sorry for the driver? It's empathy.
He's got a heater.
Do you know what?
Or he's wrapped up.
What's he going to warm himself with your
What was he
pizza?
expecting? He's in Birmingham. We're not on the beach.
There's so many other jobs as well in this country that pay the same wage as delivery drivers. I used to work in retail and I would spend ages with the customer.
Well, you know,
great customer service. Well, I'm not entitled to a tip, so why
That is the point that lots of people are making. That where do you draw the line?
Exactly.
You know, because lots of people have minimum wage jobs. When there isn't, you couldn't...
But are you telling me
when
you go out for a drink with your friends, for example, if you give the barman a nice little folding fiver at the beginning of the night, honestly, you get served quicker all night.
But that's the thing, I don't want to bribe somebody.
Why
to give
not?
Me good, it's part of your job description, customer service.
So you're saying that people should be giving good service, and actually we're encouraging people to only give good service to those that do it.
And you should treat every customer the same.
But your drivers arrived with those pizzas in the back, and they're all wet from the rain, and they're standing there. You're not going to give them a couple of quid?
No.
A couple of quid?
Oh, well, pound then.
Blimey.
No, do you know what?
That's quite a lot.
I've been in situations where if I'm in a good mood, then I might say, oh, keep the change. I think that's a very kind of British thing to say if you're getting out of a taxi, keep the change.
That's when something's $7.99.
But I'm not going to go out of my way to go in my kitchen and, like, you know... pat myself down for coins.
When you say keep the change, that when it's something $7.99, you're giving away quid.
Yeah, exactly.
You just don't want the penny.
Well, do you know what? Exactly. Where I'm from, in Liverpool, originally, you used to say one for yourself to the barman. Always used to say one for yourself.
Yeah.
And that meant, in the olden days, like 50p.
Right.
But now they go, oh, thank you, I'll have a large scotch and a Guinness.
Well, I got that right. I did work in a bar when I was at university, and one for yourself, and I used to, like, put £3 in for, like, for a drink. Later, I realised it meant just £1.
It meant £1, yeah. It doesn't mean...
Takeaway is a thing as well, as a treat for a lot of families as well. It's not, some people will say, oh, we'll have a takeaway instead of going out because we can't afford it. So then to, feed a family of 4 and then expect something
No,
more...
£1 isn't much there. And also, Uber,
yeah.
I have to say, with Uber, if you tip them, your rating goes up.
You see, you're right.
But why?
This is not love at all. This is all...
I mean... obsession.
It is. So lots of people...
Keep a tally.
We were
So
asking-
she doesn't eat takeaways.
Yeah, no, exactly. Oh, that was my next question. When have you ever
I've
ordered a
had a takeaway.
takeaway?
You know what? I get, to be honest, I get clothes deliveries more than I get takeaways. So I'm thinking, well, every time somebody comes to deliver a new dress, I might take back.
Do
Should I
you
then...
tip the Amazon guy?
Yeah.
I'm never in when the
courier?
Amazon people come. They always shove it in my bush.
Do
In my green bin, I mean.
you tip the
You know, in the garden.
or do you tip the neighbour for holding onto your parcel?
Exactly. That's
Where
an
does it-
extra service.
Exactly.
Well, yeah, hang on a minute.
It's all spirally out of control. I think there's an empathy moment. You're right, isn't there,
Yes.
Kate? Where
You said
we've had
yourself.
terrible weather recently, haven't we? And you
Yeah.
feel, I don't really want to go out. Should we order a takeaway?
And it's
And you
those
get them to
people are
deliver rather than go
serving
to
you.
collect it, and they battle through wind and rain. And they're standing on the doorstep. It feels mean to stand there waiting for them to count back change, doesn't it?
As I say, I felt the last person who delivered my Tesco stuff, as I say, he took it all out the things for me. I ended up saying, could you put that one in that cupboard? Oh, no, I've changed my mind. Could you put it in that cupboard? And the poor guy...
Whoa, hold on a minute.
Yeah,
I've never had...
Oh, no,
whoa.
put it in the cupboards for me.
Whoa.
And then
I've
I give
never
him a
had
tip.
supermarket delivery. They put it in the cupboard?
Well, only because I asked him to, and I gave him a tip, and then I said, do you want to stay for your tea?
And you've been married how long?
Kate's got a
think if you
whole
wanted
different
to-
kind of delivery service
Exactly.
around here.
There's a whole load of delivery drivers stuck upstairs in one of the rooms. Like, can I go now?
Hiding them away.
Yeah.
Well, look, I mean, everybody's got a view on it, haven't they? You genuinely didn't know because you do an awful lot of ordering where you pay for it in advance.
Taxi drivers, come on. Now, what about taxi drivers now? They can't, nobody does cash-in cabs in London now. Everybody uses cards.
Yeah, I know.
And everyone sneakily...
I do sometimes on
presses
Uber,
that little
actually.
button that says no tip.
No, I do sometimes.
Because you don't have to tell the driver you're not tipping them.
Yeah.
That's brave.
Oh, I do it after when you have to rate and you
And
can
you
give them
run.
a tip. I do that sometimes.
No, I'm talking about...
Sorry.
when you get out of a black cab now...
Oh, the black cab, I'm talking
And they
about
go,
Uber.
you're paying by card, love, and they look like, oh, paying by card, they hate it.
I know they do.
And you go, and it says 1%, 2%, doesn't it? Or
Oh,
no
okay.
tip. And if you
Yes.
press green, it's something like no tip.
Right.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't dare. Because I just go, yeah, 10%, of course.
I don't
yeah,
even
fine.
notice. I just pay and get out. No.
Yeah.
But I think if somebody wants to tip, fair enough, out of the goodness of the heart. But I think it's the social pressure